I am now ready to start my air brakes test. Test number 1, gauges and governor cutoff test. I'm going to perform my air gauges and governor cutoff test. I will bring the air pressure down to 90 psi, then let the air pressure build up to the governor cutoff. I expect this to happen between 120 and 140 psi. I'm going to start fanning my brakes. Now we will wait for the air pressure to build. Air gauges are working properly and the governor cut off at 128 psi. Now we're going to turn the truck off. We're going to turn the key back to the auxiliary on position. I am now going to perform my air leaks test. I will release my parking brake and my tractor protection valve. I will then perform a full brake application for 1 minute. I expect my air pressure to drop no more than 4 psi. I am now starting my 1 full minute. One minute has passed and the air pressure did not drop more than the prescribed amount. I'm going to perform my low air warning devices light and buzzer test. I will drop my air pressure to ensure they come on. I expect this to happen at or above 55 psi. My devices, light and buzzer, came on at 60 psi. I'm going to perform my parking brake and tractor protection valve test. I will drop down my air pressure to ensure they close by popping out. I expect this to happen between 20 to 45 psi. My parking brake and tractor protection valve popped out at 24 psi. This completes my air brake test. I will now get out and remove my wheel chock. I'm now going to start my parking brake test. First, I'm going to test my tractor parking brake. To do this, I'm going to leave my tractor parking brake set. I'm going to release my trailer parking brake. I am then going to gently pull against my tractor parking brake to ensure it holds the vehicle. Tractor parking brake held the vehicle. Next, I'm going to test my trailer parking brake. To do this, I'm going to leave my trailer parking brake set and release my tractor parking brake. I'm then going to put the vehicle into gear and gently pull against my trailer parking brake to ensure it holds the vehicle. Trailer parking brake held the vehicle. I'm now going to test my service brakes. To test my service brakes, I'm going to release my tractor parking brake and trailer parking brake. I'm then going to pull forward at 5 miles per hour and apply my service brake to ensure the vehicle stops without pulling to either side. Vehicle stopped and it did not pull to either side. ABS light on my dash and trailer come on and then back off. Indicators. Left turn indicator right turn indicator, four-way flashers, high beam, all indicators work when operated. Depth gauge is working properly, region light is off. For my emergency equipment, to my left is a fully charged fire extinguisher securely mounted with a clamp, 3 red reflective triangles in the compartment behind me, and I have spare fuses in the storage cubby above me. Windshield and monitoring devices. My windshield is clean, not cracked, damaged, or flawed. There's no illegal stickers or anything obstructing my view. My mirrors are clean and properly adjusted. Wipers and washers. My wipers, arms and blades have no loose or missing nuts or bolts. They're not damaged. Washers operate correctly. Heater and defroster. We're going to turn this to high heat, high fan, and defrost. Defroster is working properly. Turn this down below. Heat is working properly. Horns, my city horn is working. My air horn is working. Okay, now we're going to do our external light check. We're going to turn our lights all the way on. Tell the tester as he's at the front of the vehicle, left turn, right turn, four-way flashers, headlights, high beams, and clearance lights. Tester, please move to the side of the vehicle. Now we're going to check our left turn, right turn, four-way flashers, and clearance lights. Tester, will you please move to the rear of the vehicle? We're going to test our left turn, right turn, four-way flashers, tail lights, brake lights, and clearance lights. First, we're going to talk about our lenses. Lenses and covers on the front of the tractor are clean, not broken or missing. They're the proper color, clear and amber. Next, we're going to talk about fluid levels. Oil, power steering, and coolant, all between the add and full mark. Oil, we're going to be removing the dipstick, wiping it clean, pulling it back out, making sure that the level reads between add and full. Same for the power steering. We're going to pull out that dipstick, wipe it clean, reinsert it, pull it back out to make sure that the level reads between add and full. For coolant, we're going to visually inspect through the sight glass to make sure that the level reads between add and full. Next, we're going to talk about our fluid and air leaks. Air lines, hoses, they're not cut, cracked, worn, frayed, or leaking. The fittings are coupled and secure. There's no puddles on the ground or fluid dripping from under the engine or the transmission. Next, we have our steering box. No loose or missing nuts or bolts, securely mounted and not damaged or leaking. Next, our hoses. They are not cut, cracked, worn, frayed, or leaking. Fittings are coupled and secure. Next, we have our links and arms. No loose or missing nuts or bolts. Arms, links, and rods are not cracked, bent, or broken. Cotter keys are tight and in place. Joints and sockets are not worn or loose. Next, we have tires. They are properly inflated and tested with a gauge. Valve stems are accessible. They're not damaged or broken. The caps are tight and not missing. There's no damage, bulges, or cuts that expose plies on the tread or sidewall. Our steer tires must have a minimum tread depth of 4/32 of an inch. That is checked with a gauge. Next, we're going to be checking our rims. Rims are not cracked, bent, or broken, no weld repairs, or elongated bolt holes. Following our rims, now we're checking lug nuts. No loose or missing lug nuts. Studs are not missing, bent, or broken. They have no shiny threads, rust trails, or distortion around the holes. Next, we are checking our springs. Springs are not cracked, bent, or broken, none shifted or missing. Now we're checking spring mounts and U-bolts. No loose or missing nuts or bolts, not cracked, bent, or broken. Next, we have our shock absorber, or airbags if they were equipped. Mounts have no loose or missing nuts or bolts, not damaged or leaking, and the vehicle sitting level from front back and side to side. Next, we have our brakes, lines, hoses, and leaks. Not cut, cracked, worn, frayed, or leaking. Fittings are coupled and secure. Lines supplying air to the brakes are not pinched. Next, we're going to be checking brake contaminants. Drums and linings are free of oil and grease and any contaminants. Next, we have lenses and reflectors. Lenses, covers, and reflectors on the side of the tractor and trailer are clean, not broken or missing, and they're the proper color, amber and red. Next, we have our traffic monitoring devices. Mirrors are clean, not cracked. Brackets have no loose or missing nuts or bolts. They are not cracked, bent, or broken, and they are securely mounted. Next, we have our battery. Batteries are not visible, but they're securely mounted with bolts or straps. Connections are tight, not cracked, worn, frayed, and they show no corrosion. The battery door, cover, and box have no loose or missing nuts or bolts. Now we're going to be checking our fuel and def tank. Here we have our fuel tank and our def tank. Both tanks have no loose or missing nuts or bolts. Straps are not shifted. The cap is tight. There are no leaks from the tanks, lines, or caps. Next, we're going to talk about our tractor and trailer frames. The tractor and trailer frames, cross members, and floors have no cracks, holes, or broken welds, or any other damage. If equipped, tandem release lever and pins are secure, and all pins are locked in place. Now we're going to talk about our air, electrical lines, and connectors. Connectors on truck and trailer are properly sealed, seated, locked in place, and not damaged. Lines not cut, cracked, worn, taped, chafed, spliced, or leaking. They are not tangled, crimped, pinched, or dragging on the vehicle or the ground. Next, we have our fifth wheel skid plate. Our fifth wheel skid plate is not cracked, bent, or broken, securely mounted to the platform with a pivot pin, not worn, and it is properly lubricated. Next, we have our kingpin, apron, and gap. Kingpin is in place. Trailer is sitting flat on the fifth wheel skid plate with no gap. Kingpin and apron are not cracked, bent, broken, or worn. Next, we have our locking and safety devices. Fifth wheel locking jaws are fully secured around the kingpin shank with no play. Release arm and fifth wheel locking pins are fully engaged in the locked position and not damaged. Now we will be checking our landing gear in clearance. No loose or missing nuts or bolts, fully raised, crank handle is secure, no damage to the frame, landing pads. The fifth wheel is positioned so that the tractor will clear the trailer landing gear while turning. Now we're going to go over reflective tape. Reflective tape is present and affixed on the sides and rear of my trailer. Lastly, we have lenses and reflectors. Lenses and covers on the rear of the trailer are clean, not broken or missing, and the proper color, red.